Hi, this is Mr. Prawl, and I just wanted to make a little presentation about some information involving Math 7 for this school year. And at the top, you can see my information, my phone number here at school, 518-881-0470. My email address, praltimo at, that should say shenschools.org. Let me fix that right now. This is an old copy that I edited, but I forgot to change the email address, shenschools.org. Okay, so the first part is right, at shenschools.org. And then there's my website, and in class on the first 2 days when you were with me, you bookmarked that on your Chromebook. So you should already have that all ready to go on your Chromebook. And for the course materials, these are going to be the things that you're gonna want to have every day, whether you're in person or if you're at home. You're always going to want your note packet, okay, and those were handed out already. And you're also going to want a pencil, something to write with so that you can take good notes, whether, again, you're in person or you're learning virtually. If you're a CVL student, I'm going to give you a PDF version of the note packet so that you can mark it up with your stylus. All right. You're also going to want a scientific calculator, maybe not right here at the very beginning of the year, but as we get on past this first topic, the scientific calculator will become very important. And of course, you're always going to need your Chromebook, and I would have some earbuds. You might want earbuds at home, that way you don't get distracted by anything and you can hear the lesson just fine. In school, periodically you'll be watching a PlayPosit lesson, and so you're going to want to bring your earbuds with you to class while you're attending in person. So make sure that you have these materials with you every single class, again, whether you're attending in person or virtually. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is the daily practice and entry tickets, okay? I don't really like to call it homework, I call it daily practice. Practice will be checked each day for effort and understanding, so show all of the work on your Chromebook copy before you turn it in to me, okay? I'm going to give you a PDF version of the practice assignment. You'll be able to mark it up on your Chromebook using your stylus. Make sure that you're in the app version of Google Classroom to do that. And also make sure that you save all the work that you do on your PDF version before you send it back to me in Google Classroom. Okay? Periodically, I'll review common mistakes in class. When practice is reviewed in class, correct your errors so you don't make the same mistakes twice. Now, the nice thing that I do with my practice assignments, I make up something in a program called Assessment so that you can check your answers before you come to class. Answers need to be checked on assessments before you turn in your assignment in Google Classroom. That way you'll know right away if you got your questions right or if you got them wrong. And if you did get them wrong, I build in hints and things to guide you to the right answer to help you hopefully overcome any misconceptions that you have. Now, important right here. Practice assignments will not be accepted if the assessments assignment has not been completed. So you always need to make sure that you fill out the assessments assignments for each practice assignment so that way I can see what you had for your answers. And again, that'll help you know right away if you had your answers correct or if they were incorrect. Each practice assignment will have an entry ticket associated with it. The entry ticket will be given at the beginning of class on the day that the practice assignment is due. Entry tickets will be used to assess understanding of the material. Scores on entry tickets will range between 1 and 5 points, and they are worth 10% of the overall quarter grade, which I'll talk more about later. Entry tickets can be retaken with me in order to raise your score. So again, they're out of 5 points, so maybe on the first time you took the entry ticket, you only got 3 points. Okay, well, we can schedule a time to meet so that we can go over what mistakes you made, and then I'll give you a different version so that you can try to raise your score. Okay, so this is all about the daily practice and the entry tickets, and again, this is 10% of your quarter grade. So I just talked about daily practice. For the rest of your grades, grades include quizzes, tests, cumulative reviews, and the entry tickets that I just mentioned. Grades are computed using the following percentages. Tests and quizzes will be 75% of your quarter grade. This is where you're showing where or how much you understand the material that we're going over, so they're the most important. We'll have cumulative review assignments. Those are going to be worth 15% of your quarter grade. And as I mentioned before, entry tickets will be the other 10%. The daily practice, all right, it's very important. It's an important part of your average because if you're doing the daily practice, if you complete all of it, it should help your average. It'll help you on those entry tickets, which ultimately will help you on your tests and your quizzes. If you're inconsistent with completing your practice assignments, your average will drop significantly. So if you're not doing your practice assignments, odds are you're not going to do too well on those entry tickets and you're going to struggle on the tests and quizzes. Take time to review missed questions on practice assignments, classwork, quizzes, and tests. Important down here, I don't give out extra credit. So if you're struggling with the material, you need to make sure that you take advantage of extra help opportunities. In this section, I want to talk about absences, so what might happen in case you miss school, and this might be more important this year than in any other year. Obviously, it's important that you attend class each day in order to avoid falling behind and missing out on important class discussions. Okay, but I understand we get sick sometimes, we might have something come up, we're not able to make it here in class. All right, absences do not excuse you from the homework assigned during the absence or from learning the concepts taught during that absence. Okay, generally what I do, if you're absent on one day, all right, then I'll give you an extra day to make up the work that you missed. If you're absent 2 days, you'll have 2 days to make it up, etc. Make sure that you're checking Google Classroom and the homework calendar on my website. Again, we bookmarked that page already on your Chromebook. I often have links to the daily homework and the classwork assignments in both Google Classroom and on my website. Now, very important right here, it is your responsibility to get the notes by watching the Play Pause It lesson and making up the work. Complete the homework to the best of your ability, and if you don't understand the material, make sure that you reach out to me for extra help. If you're absent on the day that we take an exam, so the day we do a test or a quiz, be prepared to take the exam the day that you return to school. If there's a conflict, make sure that you discuss that with me first, and then we can schedule a different time. There are a couple of important assessments that we'll be taking this year. The first is the New York State test, okay? And again, this is an old version. For this year, it's scheduled for May. So in May, all 7th graders will take the New York State Grade 7 math test that will cover most of the topics taught in this course. The results of the state test do not count toward the student's final average, but they help identify students who may need academic intervention services, also called AIS, in math next year when you're an 8th grader. Okay, so that'll be in May, the New York State test. At the end of the year, in June, we take a final exam. The final examination is scheduled in June. This counts as 10% of your final average. Okay, the other 90% comes from your quarter grades, meaning that each quarter grade counts as 22.5% of your final average. So these are the general class expectations. So strategies for success: make sure that you pay attention in class, make sure that you take good notes, make sure that you ask questions if you have them. I want you to make sure that you're studying the material. You can study on your own, you can study with others as well. Make sure that you do your assignments on time. Again, seek help when you need it. Don't fall behind. Don't miss class if you can avoid it. And again, don't give up. If you give up, you're not going to make it. Every member of the class is expected to show respect and consideration toward themselves, others, and the classroom environment. That goes along with people that are learning virtually from home. Okay. Collaboration on a test or a quiz, so cheating. All right, copying work that is not your own is not permitted. It will lead to a grade of 0 if done so. Okay, just don't cheat. All students are expected to come to class on time with the necessary materials. If you're a virtual learner, make sure that you know when your meets begin. Make sure that you're there on time. And again, if you need me for extra help, please reach out to me. If it's in school and we can meet together, I'm available in room 701. If it's virtually, we can try to set up some sort of a Google Meet so that you can get extra help. So in terms of extra help, these are the best times that you can see me. If it's during school, all right, you're going to have to check to see if I'm free the same block that you are free. If we are, then we can probably work together during school. If it's before school, okay, so on Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, we can set up some sort of an appointment through Google Meet in order to get some help before school. Okay, I know there aren't any after school late buses this year, so after school's kind of out. But now we have certain Wednesdays when I might be able to reach out, or you might be able to reach out for extra help. So during class time on virtual days through Google Meets would be another time that you can get extra help on Wednesdays. Okay, so again, very important. If you need extra help, please make sure that you reach out to me in order to get that extra help. I'm looking forward to a good year, and I hope that you're looking forward to spending the time with me and learning math this year.